For all of our life, we were taught that being selfish is bad and we should be selfless and we should always keep others first before ourselves. We should always share, we should always listen to other people, etc., etc., etc. But what if I told you that advice is keeping you poor? That advice is keeping your life miserable. What if the most successful people out in the world, they are the most selfish? Now, just to clarify and just so you know, I'm not trying to say be evil, be cruel, or be bad to other people. I'm not trying to say that. But what I'm trying to say is you have to become selfish with your time, with your energy, and with your focus. I can't explain in words how many times I've seen people, especially nice people, who are always selfless, always keeping other people first, have struggled and suffered and been miserable simply because of other people's mistakes. I've seen countless nice guys literally wasting and destroying their life over a woman because they were selfless and fully focusing on the woman. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why you should start being selfish. And trust me when I say this, that this video might change your life and this video might change how you view reality. So buckle up, let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about the lie that we were told about. We were always told that you should always be available to your family, to your relatives, to your friends. You should always be a good friend. You should always be an available friend. And we should always say yes to everything. We should not be different than others. We should always be the yes guy, the yes girl. And we should always prioritize others over ourselves. And we should always prioritize others' comfort over our growth. And if you want more in your life, you should feel guilty because that's bad and money is the root of all evil. And you should not be bold and you should not go against the society. And you should not say no to older people and you should never say no to your relatives. All of this stuff, all of these lies that's out there. And the problem is most young men, they fall into this lie. They waste all of their lives helping everyone, answering every single message, going to every single events that their friends or their relatives invite them, leaving their work, leaving their growth, and literally focusing on making other people happy. And they literally waste their life on it. And the harsh truth is that's not kindness. That's lack of boundaries. If you are to create true wealth, then you have to be selfish. If you are not selfish, then it's impossible to create true wealth. When you are poor, everyone loves you. When you are poor, everyone wants good for you. Nobody hates you. Everyone says good about you and even behind your back. But the moment you get rich, the moment you start doing something good financially, the same people, they start asking you for loans. And if you say no to their loans, if you say no, I cannot give you loans, I have my own financial stuff going on, then they're basically gonna start hating on you. They are gonna call you all sorts of names. They're gonna call you selfish, they're gonna call you bad, they're gonna call you prideful, arrogant, and the list goes on. People love consuming your time. People love stealing your time, your energy, your focus, your drive. People love that. People love it when they invite you and you go. People love it when, let's say for example, there's a birthday and you're like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna come in your birthday. People love that. But people do not love when you say no. People do not love for you to have boundaries. People don't like it when you are better than them. So let's talk about how being selfish creates wealth. Number one, selfish with your time. You see, time is the most valuable asset. You cannot make time. You cannot create time out of thin air like you can make money out of thin air. You cannot be wasting your time because all of us, we have a limited amount of time and time is the fire that we all burn in. We cannot escape time, we cannot manipulate time, we cannot change or affect anything about time. But what we can do is we can save our time, we can leverage our time, and we can make the most out of our time. And when you are a yes person and when you are basically selfless and you say yes to everyone and you are everywhere, wherever people invite you, you are there. Whatever people say, you do. And you waste your time in that process instead of improving yourself, instead of improving your life, instead of moving towards to your goal, you are literally spending all of your time for other people, for other people's desires and other people's goals and other people's wants. So that's gonna ruin your life and you will never be able to build your life unless you learn how to be selfish with your time. Number two, selfish with focus. You have to cut distractions. You have to be extremely selfish with your focus. Someone invites you somewhere, says, hey, let's do this. You have to be able to say, no, I need to focus on the right thing. Let's say you're in a relationship and your girlfriend friend says, let's go outside tomorrow, you have to be able to say, no, I need to get some work done. I need to create this content. I need to build a business. I need to grow my business. I need to hit the gym. So you have to be able to be selfish with your focus. You have to learn how to cut every single distraction, and you have to learn to not chase approval from other people. You have to learn to focus on the things that truly matter. I think Marcus Aurelius said this, that only focus on the things that you can control, not the things that you cannot control. And that's absolutely true. If you started focusing on things that is outside of your control, if you started focusing on other people, if you started focusing on other people's life, if you started focusing on what's going on in the world, if you started focusing on the wars and all this unnecessary stuff that's out there, then you will end up ruining yourself and drowning yourself in distractions and useless energy vampires. Literally, you need to learn how to be selfish with your focus and only choose to focus on the things that truly matter in your life and that are truly inside your control. Number 3, selfish with standards. You need to learn how to choose better environments. That's basically it. You need to learn to avoid people who drag you down. You need to learn to avoid people who say bad things about you. You need to learn to avoid people who say, this is not possible, you cannot do this, you are limited, and all of this nonsense that these mediocre people say, these people who lack ambition say. You need to avoid them. You need to learn how to avoid them, and you need to set a standard for yourself that you will only hang out, you will only give time, you will only give focus, and you will only be around people who help you, who motivate you, who help you become better, and who inspire you, and who literally help you reach one step closer to your goals. You need to learn how to avoid draining people. And trust me, I've been there. I've been with people who drained the hell out of me, who were so negative, so filled with complaints and whining and only blaming everything to other people. And there's this interesting chapter in the book 48 Laws of Power that says, avoid the unlucky. And this is exactly what I think it means, that you need to avoid people who act to be unlucky, who always complain and who always blame other people and other things for something. You need to set a high standard for the quality of people you want to be around. Number 4, selfish with growth. You need to be obsessed with growth. And I think Alex Hormozy said this, that what is not growing is dying. So you need to be obsessed with growth to a level that every single day you should wake up and you should analyze yourself if you are growing, if the actions you are undertaking every single day is helping you grow, and you should be ruthlessly trying to grow. For example, if you are trying to grow your muscles, then you should be ruthless about your training and your diet. If you are trying to grow your social circle, then you should be ruthless about who you hang out with, where do you go, where do you position yourself. If you are trying to grow your finances, then you should be ruthless with learning skills, with learning about money, with learning how businesses work, with learning everything that's required in terms of entrepreneurship. So you need to be ruthless. You need to be selfish with your growth. You should not be spending time with Joe because Joe is your childhood friend and he plays video games all day and he plays FIFA, so that you can play FIFA with him and it's pretty fun to play FIFA with him and Joe makes you laugh. You should be aware about that. You should be obsessed with your growth in a level that you should only see your growth when you close your eyes. You should be that level of obsessed. Now I give you these 3 things that you should be selfish about, and I don't mean that you become a dead corpse, antisocial monk or something like that. I don't mean you to become like that, but you should be selfish with your time, with your focus, with your standards, and with your growth. But you should not be selfish about other things. Maybe you should be selfless about sharing your knowledge. You should be selfless about being generous to people. You should be selfless about helping other people when you can. So I don't mean for you to become a robot, but what I mean is that you should always keep yourself first, because remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. This is one of the biggest mistakes that most people make. They focus on other people more than themselves. They focus on giving more than they focus on building and collecting and first building their own foundation so that they can stabilize others. So you need to be aware about always keeping yourself first, always making sure that you are making most out of every single second that God blesses you with. You should always be aware about your focus, your growth, your standards, and whatever is in your control. So focus on becoming valuable first. Focus on becoming strong first. And after you have become strong, after you have become valuable, then you can focus on other people. Then you can focus on your girlfriend all the time. And quick reality about relationship is that if you truly 100% focus on a girl, let's say you wake up and you focus on your girlfriend if you have one. Let's say your day passes by and you always focus on your girlfriend. You're always talking with her, you're always texting her, calling her, taking her to places. You're skipping work to be with her. You're skipping gym to be with her. You are literally living a life for her. Then trust me that sooner or later it's gonna end up very badly. And I've been there and I've experienced this. So you should learn from my mistake and the mistake of other thousands of other men. I think it's millions of other men, not even thousands. That first you need to focus on yourself. And if you focus on yourself, even your girlfriend will start focusing on you. So that's the reality of life. And I hope you guys liked this video. And this video might be kind of hard hitting for a lot of people, but if you truly apply the things I've told in this video, then your life is genuinely going to change and you're going to see a lot of positive changes in your life. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care. God bless you.